Help migratory birds with food sources. I have here an oriole feeder that's orange, and you can see here orioles are attracted to the orange color. You can fill this up with grape jelly, or you can actually slice up some oranges and place them on the edge of the feeder. Another way to feed the orioles that are attracted again to that orange color is you can slice up the oranges and leave them on a plate of water. And that way the ants won't become a problem, so the water acts as a barrier against those ants. Another way that you can help migratory birds is to put up a hummingbird feeder. So the hummingbird feeder that we have here, you can see that it's red in color, which is a color that hummingbirds are really attracted to. My second tip for helping migratory birds is to actually create a bird-friendly garden, or alter the garden habitat that you have to include some bird-friendly plants. You want to look for species that have a variety of heights, so you can create perching environments, and also shelter like the shrubs behind me. An opportunity for migratory birds to hide, and also food sources. So thinking about berry producing plants or shrubs. And then of course, when you're thinking about tidying your garden in the spring, if you can leave some of the things, little bits of debris, broken sticks, little bits of bark peel, and also leaves. Insects like to make their homes in these places, and insects are a really good food source, high in protein for these migratory birds. So again, try and make your garden bird friendly. If you're going to do this, then certainly try not to use any pesticides, or use as natural products as possible so that you're not harming the insects or the birds that are coming as well. The third tip I'd like to share about helping migratory birds is to try and reduce the number of window collisions. Now, this is something that we can do by looking outside towards the inside of your house or your office building. So what you can do is just go outside, look for any reflections of trees or vegetation, and that's really what you're trying to break up. So you can see here in my window, I can actually see the reflection of a tree, and once the leaves start to grow and fill in, it's going to be hard for a bird to distinguish the difference between the tree and the window. What we've tried to do is we've put some artwork in the window. We've also left the screen on, and we'll do that throughout the spring and summer. And so hopefully that breaks up the image of the window enough that a bird flying towards it might be able to quickly move away. You can also buy something like a bird collision tape, and there's vertical blinds called Zen windows. And what you can do is just try and again break up the appearance of vegetation as much as possible. The first tip for helping migratory birds is to try and keep them safe. If you have a pet cat at home, try and keep your cat indoors. Or if your cat is going to go outdoors, make sure it's wearing a harness or a collar with a bell on it. You could even use a leash. Now, having a bell on the collar is going to make sure that birds are going to possibly hear the cat coming, and so it won't be such an ambush. The other thing that you can do is, if you know that there's a nest in your backyard, is try and put protection around the bottom of the tree. We know that sometimes it may not be your own cat, but there could be other cats wandering the neighborhood. You can also place a bird feeder out in an open location so that there won't be any neighborhood cats kind of hiding and waiting to ambush a bird. According to a US study, between 1.4 and 3.7 billion birds annually are killed by cats. So this is something that hopefully we can prevent. Now, obviously, keeping cats inside is going to keep them safer too, from predator birds or from pests such as mosquitoes. Fifth tip for helping migratory birds is to learn all about them. What you can do is just watch your backyard for migratory birds using binoculars, or even take pictures on your phone. There's lots of apps and field guides out there. You can even find some field guides online. Using iNaturalist or even your Seek app on your phone can help you identify species that you might find in your backyard. There's also some great children's books, like audio bird books, where you can hear the calls and learn a little bit more about them, what they eat, where they travel to, what they sound like. So using adult field guides or using children's stories to get to know your local birds are great ways to really help a migratory bird and support it while it's living in your backyard or traveling somewhere else.